Parakeet? George?
Hello, parrot lovers and fellow parrot sniffers. I don't know why I just got the urge to call you guys that, but every time I'm on Parrot Station looking at your birds, all I can say is like, sniffers. You guys know why, and especially if you've watched my movie Sniffers, you definitely know why. And if you've watched my movie Sniffers and you totally understand, then you are a sniffers. You're a parrot sniffer. So I may be calling you guys parrot sniffers from now on. Who knows? So if I write sniffers underneath your bird's picture, it's because like I was just sitting there going, oh my God, this bird is so cute and I just want to love on him right now. I think I had to say that because I wrote that under somebody's bird photo and I was like, I hope they know what I'm talking about or understand what I mean. Anyhow, if you guys don't know what I mean, I'm talking about Parrot Station on Facebook. That's our group. If you're not on Parrot Station and you want me to see your birds and our community to see your birds and get some extra advice from the community and learn some new things, then join Parrot Station on Facebook. It's really exciting and it's really fun. And I may write sniffers under your bird's picture or video because I can't even. Anyhow, let's get on to our story of the day. I have with me Cody, my African gray, and Picasso, my mustache parakeet. And they're behaving relatively well right now, not just because they are kind of naughty. Well, you guys know Picasso's not naughty. He's like a complete angel. But because they don't actually like each other 100%. I mean, Cody's open for love, but Picasso, he doesn't want anybody stealing his extra love and attention that he's been getting. So that's what's wrong with Picasso. Now, if you guys notice, I am in a different room today. That's because I kind of got kicked out of the room I was in by myself actually, because I'm just reorganizing everything. So when I went around looking for space, I was like, uh-oh, I think this is like my one good corner right now. So I'm here. By the way, nobody plays the guitar. I have like 4 guitars here and it's like I win them in like raffles. People give them to me. It's the weirdest thing. So I don't know if I'm supposed to play the guitar. Who knows? Anyhow, on to our story time Sunday. Today's story is going to be about the first time I took my African gray George to the airport. I was going with him home to my parents' house, so I didn't have to worry about a cage or anything like that because I knew there were spare cages for Ty over there, which is my brother's bird, for those of you guys who follow my channel. I had traveled with birds many times before, but I was kind of excited to be with George because I hate leaving him and I loved being with him all the time. But I was nervous because, you know, there's always that moment before you fly with a pet that you're so scared that someone's gonna say, no, you can't fly with him today. And I feel like I'm gonna have to say, no, but I called in advance and everything was fine. So I always kind of have this fear. But of course I forget that when you're traveling with a bird, I had him in a box like this. Cody's like, don't put me in there. People cannot help but be excited by his cuteness because most of the time they're looking at dogs and cats. So it's not often that the people at the front desk see a cute little bird. So they were pretty excited. I didn't have to do any extra like, oh, by the way, here's the paperwork, is it all right? They were just like, let me see the bird, oh my God, he's so cute. And they were excited, so I was excited. Now here's how the procedure went. I, of course, gave them my luggage while George was in his box on the counter. They took my luggage and they started scanning it and then they put it on the conveyor belt. After they scanned the luggage and it went through, you would hear a beep. It would go, like every piece of luggage that was scanned or ran through would make that noise. I really didn't think anything of it, but it was going on a lot. I didn't even really notice it, to be honest with you. So we're finished with the front desk and everything is fine. I now know which gate I'm going to. I have my boarding pass and I'm walking through the airport. And suddenly, my bird, who is in this box, sees out of these holes, okay, children. I guess he was really excited about the children. So what does he do? He kept calling the kids that he would see Brat. He would be like, hey, Brat, come here. Brat, Brat. Now, of course, he speaks in my voice. So it looks like either I'm calling random kids brats and their mothers are looking at me, or I'm a ventriloquist, or I'm just saying something and walking away. And I'm like, shh, shh, shh. And every time he saw another child, he'd like, Brat, Brat. Now, the reason he says brat is because that's what I call my sister. I've called my sister that since she was a little kid. And when she has kids of her own, I'm still gonna call her brat. Like, it just never, I've never gotten over it. And she doesn't care, she's pretty chill with it. But definitely what I call her all the time, 100% of the time, is brat. So my bird was used to it. I don't know how he knew to call little children brat because she was not a little child. However, whenever he saw the children, he was really excited. So here I am walking through the airport like, yeah, sorry, like, no, it's not, like I can't explain to them that there's a bird in the box. That's not even gonna make sense. It's not gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry, my bird is just calling your child a brat. Yeah, no biggie. So I just have to walk by because I also don't have time to stop and explain to people and do like a bird show. So I'm going on and he's calling every single child, Brat, Brat, and he's getting louder and he's getting louder, and I'm getting so nervous because I look so rude. And then finally, I'm in line for security. What can go wrong in security? Well, not much, because I got lucky and I wasn't surrounded by any children. So he's pretty quiet and there's kind of a long line. And suddenly, I don't know why, at this moment, he decides to remember the beeping of the conveyor belt. Now I have, in a box, about to go through security, what seems like a ticking bomb. Literally, he's like, I'm holding it and I'm holding the box and I have anxiety and I'm like, this can't be happening. I'm like, shh, shh, everyone's looking at me. They want to know where it's coming from. I swear I felt like I was this close to security coming over and trying to analyze exactly what I've done and testing me for any kind of powder or bomb. But luckily, no authorities came over and no one was seemingly alarmed except for the people around me. But lucky for me, they didn't tell anyone to come investigate me because I was kind of able to tell some people around me, oh yeah, it's my bird. It's just kind of my bird. So, The other lucky thing is when you go through security, sometimes when it's your turn, they'll actually ask you to bring the bird out of the box. They did ask me to bring him out of the box, and he was really excited and really cute. And who knows, maybe they asked me to do that because of the ticking that he had been doing. Either way, they scanned the box, they checked it out, I got to put him back in the box, and we continued to walk through the airport. And I'm really excited now because I feel like I've gotten closer to the gate and I'm almost home free. And for once, by the way, I'm not late for a flight, which is just a thing that runs in my family. I have actually missed flights that I was already at the gate waiting for the flight. Yeah, that's for another time, maybe for a whatever Wednesday, but that has happened to me and my sister way too often. Anyhow, I got to the gate, I'm pretty excited, and my George is in my box. And what does he do? He starts barking like crazy, like just non-stop barking. So people keep coming up to me and saying, excuse me, your dog really wants to get out of that box. And I have to say to them, yeah, but it's a bird. And they're like, no way, let me see him. And they're looking through the box and George is looking at them and he's excited and they're excited. And I'm just like, what else can this bird possibly do to get us attention? I mean, I'm trying everything to be as not noticed as possible. And this little bird in a box is doing everything to get me as much attention as possible. So sure enough, I go up to the gate and I give them my boarding pass, and he does one last bark, and they kind of give me the like, wait a minute, what is in there? I show them it's a bird. They think it's really cool. They get very distracted. And then I go on about my flight and put George under my seat, and he is as quiet as can be the entire flight. It's like he knew exactly when to draw attention. Are you really yawning at this story? Yeah? You're like, I know what Cody is thinking. Cody's like, when are we having a Cody story? Well, Cody has an entire playlist on my YouTube channel called the Cody Files. He's like, yeah, when are you updating that? Yeah, I'll update it. So that is my Storytime Sunday. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed telling you. Of course, I arrived and everything was great with my bird. And actually, one more cute thing. I would sleep with him next to me at night in his little spare cage that my mom had. And then I would pull him out and sit with him. Picasso was looking at me like, why wasn't I there? I would watch shows on my laptop. And at the time I was watching Drop Dead Diva. And every time that angel guy came on, if you guys watched the show, watched the show, you would know who I'm talking about. He would get really excited and he would go, ooh, because he liked the guy. So it was a really cute time. It was great bonding for me and him. We really enjoyed traveling together and just watching shows at night and being alone. Didn't we love that, baby? Yes, we did. So that is the story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me for another Storytime Sunday. If you guys like to watch my daily interactions with the birds, follow me on Instagram at Marlene McCohen. You'll see the little birdies all day long and what they do and also what I do. So if you're into snooping, there you go. And I know I said this before, but please join Parrot Station on Facebook if you would like to be part of an amazing community that really loves to help one another out. Share your birds, introduce yourself. We love getting to know your birds. And I'm watching Parrot Station, and you guys are really helping one another out, and it makes me so proud, because if we can save just one bird or give one bird a better life, then that's absolutely my goal here. And with that being said, please go to my homepage on YouTube and watch Sniffers if you haven't already. If you're a parrot sniffer, you're going to love it. So that is it, guys. Bye.